getting severely sick. But only two doses, that's only about a 50-50 shot in terms of your protection. It's not providing nearly the protection that it was earlier in the pandemic. So, and I think we've done a really bad job as a society of telling people and getting people to understand why they need to get the booster. That booster is not just like an optional, like, hey, it might be fun to go ahead and get a little extra. No, I
gotta have
it. It is necessary. It is not just a little funsy. Yeah. No,
I'm gonna be in line like at the Nike store, man. Every time they drop a new upgrade.
He said, "Yeah, that's exactly it. You got to get that fresh. Get that fresh new one." I told you that the vaccines app is going to be hype.
Vaccine.
That new Vax dropped. Dropped.
Hey, can you stand in line for me? I give you $100 to stay in line. Take my arm up there. Just take my arm, man.
Oh man, people have been this NFT business is Let's get one of the vaccines NFT. Put it on the blockchain. All this stupid garbage. So in any event, welcome in everybody. It is cold. It is cold. I can vouch for it. It's freezing. It's 20s out there. Wind chill feels like it's 10. It's absolutely frigid out there. We're going to warm you up though with some hot takes. Get around the fire and throw these takes on, and it'll warm you right up. Anthony Sane, I'm sure, is gonna warm you up with some Tiger takes.
These folks getting up under my skin already. I'm just getting agitated.
We're gonna look at the latest.
Get under my skin like a vaccine shot.
John Morant, who is edging ever closer to being named an All-Star starter.
It's looking good, man.
1 week's time. 1 week's time. 1 week from here is when they announce the starters, and looks like in a week he could be historic. Could be historic.
Luka, you run out of time. Good. Luka's got what, 3 days?
We're going to talk about it. Today's votes are double vote today, by the way. So go ahead and jump on in the mix. All right, so we're going to talk about the Grizzlies last night. They I thought it was as close to a moral victory as you can have in the professional basketball world.
But I felt good last night.
That was as close to a moral victory as you could possibly have. That's exactly right. So now here we go. It's not surprising they lost, but they listen. They were only down 3 with about 2 minutes to play in this game. They came roaring back. Credit to those guys, and ends up being a 12-point loss. But in the scheme of things, 2 wonderful performances from John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. Man, really, really good stuff. So I thought a lot of positivity to go around. We'll talk about it. For those of you that love positivity, you guys are asking for positivity. Here you go. We got plenty of positivity coming your way from the Grizzlies last night. We will talk Tigers SMU tonight. Just gotta, I don't know, man. Just something good. Just some good stuff. Something good needs to happen, I think.
When? Tonight.
You
better get some money out of them folks.
I mean, it would just be nice for it to happen.
So the win?
Yeah, I mean, just something good. I don't know, just some positive stuff.
Bro, I don't know if you saw my Twitter or not. I had to do some quick research to make a tweet accurate. The Tigers are 7th in the conference, bro. What?
Mm-hmm.
Then we talking about winning the tournament? No, we got to play every game. We ain't got no bye. We got to play first week, first night.
Yeah.
The folks in 7th place, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we were number 10 in the nation.
Yeah.
And we number 7 in a 2-bid league. It's always been a 2-bid league. At max.
I mean, it looks like it's a 1-bid league this year.
Man, I better get up. Anyway. You can down that sword. I'm a Murray State fan. I don't know what y'all on today. Y'all can die to I'm go Tigers go for life. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, all right, that sounds good. But we terrible. And when you're done talking about it, we awful this year. It's a super disappointment no matter how you want to shape it. Anyway. I did not sit in a 5-hour Memphis Madness and start on Thursday, ended on Saturday morning. To be 7th in the AAC on January the 20th.
That's right.
I didn't do that.
We're good. I want to hear what John Gasway has to say
about
this. Let's hear what John has to say.
What do you come on?
Today.
I mean, what time? The next segment.
Next segment.
That's what I thought. You had a long pause like the man on hold or something, like he was on the phone this whole time.
Let's see what John Gasway has to say right now.
John, where's John Gasway?
Just kidding. No, next segment. You know that.
That's what I thought, man. When you get that pause, I'm like, crap, is he on the phone?
No, he's on the phone. Not yet, but he will be.
What I'm kind of way.
And he is. And when he is, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, I know.
Jump in there.
Oh, he gonna make us feel like the most bum school ever. Well, I've never seen it.
I don't even know if John knows all the ins and outs about all this stuff that's going on.
We might have like give him a live feeling. Wait.
Have to give him a live update on the Rasheed Wallace situation.
So you're saying after the Tennessee stuff, they still had a literal coach?
You're saying
not vaccinated?
You're saying the coach that this wasn't going to be vaccinated?
I didn't know that part at all.
I mean, I thought Memphis was going to be good, but I didn't realize they were stupid. They were just very stupid.
Just gonna be, what in the world is Penny doing over there? Like, John gonna go in.
A lot of dumb stuff.
I always imagine John's sitting in the house with like a house coat and like slippers and a cigar or something, and drinking tea and with classical music playing in the background.
Get it?
With like a dog in his lap or something. I always imagine that's what John's doing. He's calling it with a cardigan on or something.
Let's go. Let's get it.
That's pretty much. Isn't that how you imagine John when he's calling it?
Absolutely. I mean, I've said he's typically kicked up by the fire.
Yeah.
He's got a pipe in his one hand, got a robe on, looking kind of like.
That's what I mean. A pipe, not a robe, not a cigar.
Yeah. Yeah. He got. Well, it could. I mean, I think a pipe as well.
Yeah.
I think the pipe is happening, and he just kind of kicked back and he's watching basketball on a bunch of different screens, and he's. Pouring through some charts and stuff. He's got like a handful of papers, and he's sort of just going through them and looking at different things.
And I think when he comes in, he has house shoes. Like he comes in and changes his shoes like Mr. Rogers.
And I can see him having like a pen with like a giant feather, and he sort of dips it in the quill, and he's like
taking notes.
He's taking notes on this.
He's quite a gentleman for sure, man. Yeah.
Y'all
this team appears
so uppity.
This team appears to me a little bit on the questionable side. Allow me to make a little note here.
I knew they were terrible.
A little lick on the
not this
little
pure
lick on
trash.
the pen, and that's absolute garbage. Refuse. Never. Don't allow me to see this garbage again. All right, so we're going to talk to John coming up. We're going to talk to Dustin Starr as well. Lots of interesting wrestling news and information jumping into the mix. We're going to do that coming up here as well. If you want to join us, you can. The number is as follows on the AutoZone listener line. Get in the zone, AutoZone. 360-8255. 901-360-8255. Get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you throughout the show. You could chat with us as well in the video. We're just all there, man. We're all there. Yeah. We're all doing it. We're doing it. We're making it happen. It's what's life, man. It's life. It's what we do. All right, so here's the deal. Grizzlies lost last night, Anthony saying. But really,
you saw a loss last night?
Well, I mean, let's focus on the bigger story here,
okay?
Technically, they lost. They did not win. This will not go down as a W in the standings. They moved to 31-16, not 32-15. Mm-hmm. But before we talk about last night, let's talk about the victory earlier today as Ja Morant extended his lead over Luka Doncic in the All-Star voting. Looks like now he's pretty much a lock to finish second among West guards, which means that barring the coaches and media, barring the players and media doing something weird.
Yeah, just totally hating on them.
Which they're not. I mean, I don't know if you saw the video I put up yesterday of really nice stuff from Draymond Green, who was extremely complimentary of Ja Morant. We actually, I think we're going to play that today.
Okay.
Later on, Darian, we'll have to pull that up later on, and maybe we'll play that in the final segment of the hour. But he was on his podcast, and he went on this like 2 or 3 minute just like discussion. It sounded like he was about to hate on him, and then he ended up being extremely complimentary of him. So very cool stuff. Ja Morant, think about this. Ja Morant has more votes for guard in the Western Conference, All-Star, than Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, Anthony Edwards combined.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he went off.
He's got more votes. He's got 700,000 more votes than James Harden. He's got 500,000 more votes than Trae Young. He's got almost twice as many votes as Jimmy Butler. Like, you're talking about a legitimate – he's got more votes than Paul George, Anthony Davis,
Levine. Draymond
Green. You're talking about a star. This dude's a star.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I mean, this dude is a star.
Yeah, just can't beat Andrew Wiggins, though.
Well, I mean, again, the Warriors, the Warriors hive is a whole different thing.
Yeah,
you just have to accept that that's just the way they.
Yeah, front running was the person. This Warriors.
I mean, that's what those Warriors fans when they're voting for Steph and Clay, they just go ahead and throw in a Wiggins vote and all that stuff. So, and Wiggins has played extremely well too. On top of that, Wiggins has played extremely well. So it's I'm not even.
But it's wild because people who are giving the Warriors vote, he beat Draymond Green. You know what I mean? You would think that.
Yeah. I mean, he beat and Draymond's having a terrific, a terrific season. So I mean, like, man, it's just incredible to Zach LaVine. He's beating him. He's beat. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy to see what Ja Morant stuff that we never thought you could see from a. This is not with all due respect to my guy Marc Gasol. It's different than starting when they had centers, when they broke it out as a center thing versus forwards versus guards. And, center was kind of there weren't that many great candidates out there. Now it's front court and guards. So it's you got to lump everyone in. And amongst guards, look at all these dudes that he's going up against. Booker, Paul, Clay, Luka, Steph, Donovan Mitchell. You're going up against all these dudes that have all been all-stars, champions, all this stuff, and he's killing them.
Man, smacking them.
I mean, so this is different level. This is like historic stuff for the franchise.
Russell Westbrook. Good God.
I mean, John Morant's got 3 times the votes of Russell Westbrook. 3 times.
Woo, Damian Lillard down bad. He's been hurt the whole year.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you this. Paul.
He hasn't been hurt the whole year. He's been hurt. He's been bad the whole year.
Yeah.
He's been hurt recently.
Let me ask you this. Okay, because this is what I'm interested in. Maybe I need to check Twitter to see what people are saying about this. All right, the top 3. There are 3 front court positions. No way Wiggins survives the actual player and media votes. But who gets that spot then?
Oh, I don't know. I think he might.
No way, bro.
I think he might.
Andrew Wiggins, NBA All-Star.
He's playing extremely well, man. I don't think people realize, like, he has done the thing that, like, people thought he wasn't going to do.
Yeah,
like, he went into that culture.
You remember that
and
guy
actually
got picked number 1 though. Like, this was the former number 1.
Oh no, I know, and he's still only 26. Like, he feels like he's 35, but he's 26 years old.
And
but he's averaging. Yeah, I mean, look, man, he's shooting 49% from the field, 42% from 3.
Yeah,
he's averaging 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, playing spectacular defense too. Like, he's having a really good year, man. He would be a deserving All-Star, frankly, but especially with his team being as good as they are. So
we ain't mad if Andrew Wiggins gets in.
I mean, I get it. Like, I'm not.
I ain't no hater. I'm an Andrew Wiggins guy.
Yeah,
average 18.5 points per game. Yeah, can't be mad at him if he gets in for sure. Because if he's not in, I mean, you're talking about who? Draymond gets bumped up. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. If he gets in, then all of a sudden, one of these guys, Paul George and, like Draymond. I don't think Draymond would, but like
they'll find a way to get
Towns,
to put Luka in as a front court player. It'll be Ja.
Ayton would be in trouble. Gobert. Certainly should. He's played really well. I'm telling you, it's.
Nah, I can't see it, man. They'll find a way to just throw Luka in. And say he's a forward.
Luka will be in there. I mean, Luka's going to be, but he's not going to. He's not going to beat out Ja in the fan voting. So and I don't think he's going to beat out Ja in the player voting. I don't even think he's going to beat him out in the media voting. I think Ja is going to be second in all those categories. I mean, there's the way he's playing right now, and again last night, another example: 33, 8, and 14. Against Drew Holiday, who's one of the best defensive guards in the league, and a guy that's given him problems in the past, and he just absolutely wiped him out. Now, again, he came off the bench and all that. It was George Hill that started, but same kind of thing. Cooked them all. Jaren was again tremendous. His second half in particular was incredible. Jaren's second half looked like like a star. Like he looked like a star.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
And I don't know if you saw the stat I put out there, but the folks at Synergy put out a nice stat for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies, 64% of Grizzlies possessions this year have been used by players 23 or younger. So 2/3 of their productivity has come from players that are 23 or younger. That's the third mark in the league, the third highest mark in the league, behind Oklahoma City and Orlando, both of whom are tanking and are terrible. They're right alongside Detroit, who's also tanking and terrible. And yet the Grizzlies have the third best record in the league. I mean, they have somehow managed thus far to thread the needle of developing young players and also winning lots of games. That's pretty incredible stuff. You don't see that very often. By comparison, the other teams around them, Phoenix, 12% of their possessions used by 23 or younger. Golden State, 19% of their possessions used by age 23 or younger players. Utah, 4%. Chicago, 17%. Brooklyn, 15%. Grizzlies, 64%. It's crazy.
Hard time, yeah. Hard
it's
time.
Crazy. I mean, it's the opposite. It's soft times.
No, I'm talking about for everybody else.
For everybody else, it's extremely hard times.
It's going down.
So you throw that in the mix, and then, man, look, I thought, last night, without Bane, without Tyus, without Kyle Anderson,
without Dylan
and
Brooks,
so on and so forth, Dylan continues to be out. The backcourt situation was a struggle outside of Ja Morant. Obviously, Conchar kind of had a less effective Conchar game.
Yeah.
Zaire Williams, a little too much Zaire down the stretch. I appreciate that he's willing to take those shots. Maybe a little too much Zaire Williams down the stretch, taking those threes, 1 of 7 from behind the arc. Without Bane, the Grizzlies go 9 of 40 from the three-point line. That's not good. And Ja and Jaren were 6 of 16 between them.
Yeah,
so you take those guys out, it was 3 of 24 from the rest of the team. At one point, Anthony's saying, we saw a lineup that I hope we never see again in the history of mankind. John Conchar, Zaire Williams, Santi Aldama.
Don't say it, man. Don't use. It's like what's the movie? It's like
Candyman.
Candyman. Don't say it. You might see it
again. There's no chance that we ever see that particular lineup. Again, there's absolutely no chance. Jarrett Culver, Zaire Williams, Santi Aldama, Steven Adams, John Conchar. What were you? What was that lineup? John Conchar was the featured scorer in that lineup. Apparently,
out there looking like Dan Marley out there.
Oh my God! So Taylor Jenkins came back, and Taylor Jenkins was back, and Now here's my thing. Though, before we take a break, one other thing. I want to talk about this. Later on the show. Mm-hmm. Because I understand that he's struggling. He's not playing that well right now. Okay, I get it. DeAnthony Melton, though, still a team high +9, even though he wasn't playing.
Sound like a good game to me.
1 of 6 from 3, 2 of 7 from the field. I think Melton's hit like 1 3-point shot since he's come back from COVID. It feels like every shot he misses. Mm. But if you have a lineup that's that bereft of scoring talent, you have that few guards, where Conchar is playing 32 minutes, and you give Melton 17 minutes, you might as well just trade him. There's no why do you even have him on the team?
Yeah, it is true.
Like, how does he get 17 minutes in that game? He doesn't even start. Like,
he sure didn't start last. It was Conchar.
Conchar starts over it just. Why did you? What are you doing? Like
$9 million.
Yeah, it's about $9 million per for 2 more years. So yeah, he's very tradable. It's a very tradable deal. If you're not going to use him like that, man, you may as well
I've been trying to search the league for those guys, man, like a pure project, some guy who's making maybe 8 or 9, or maybe more like 16, like a Culver / Melton type thing. I'm scouring the league rosters for a guy who could be a reclamation project here, where you just kind of take him on, maybe an expiring deal, or You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think who could be that guy. I can't figure it out for nothing. Just like some bag of tools type guy who's got all the pieces but just can't put it together. Because I got a feeling we can fix him. I just don't know who he would be. Used to be a lot of those guys in the league. There are not as many of those. The league kind of spits you out early nowadays if you can't play basketball. Have you noticed that? There's not a lot of guys in the league that are just.
Well, I think the honest truth is that.
I mean, like the old Mo Harkless types, those type of guys. Like, you don't see as many
because of the way that the game is played. You're talking about, it's a far more free flowing style, and I think it's a much more enjoyable style to me. Somebody posted. I wish I could put it up. I have to find it. Somebody posted video of the 1969 UCLA versus USC match in in Pauley Pavilion, and oh my Lord in heaven, like you can't even call that basketball. I don't know what it. There was no shot clock. There's no 3-point line. It was like literally a minute and a half of guys just dribbling and turning around and dribbling back, and then another guy dribbling around and dribbling. Like I don't even count like those championships. Like they don't even count. I don't know. It was just. It looked like a different sport. It was the dumbest thing. I just think basketball now has changed, and because of that, it requires the guys to have a certain level of talent and certain level of ability, and if you don't get there's lots of guys. We talked about it with the Grizzlies and winning these games and COVID and all that stuff. Like we've seen that the G League is just full of pretty good players who you could swap out probably the last 4 or 5 guys on most benches for some G League guys and probably wouldn't really see much difference, honestly.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it. I think that's where the patience, because I mean, like there's guys that can. If you're not good enough, we can probably find somebody that is. So it's tough. It's hard out there. When we come back, we're going to talk a little college hoops with our buddy John Gassaway, who joins us as we continue here. Real Sports Talk Sports 56.98.5.
You have opinions?
What do you hear? What do you say?
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no-obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
Some things should just be left to the experts. Sure, you might be able to scramble an egg or make a piece of toast, but do you really think you can throw together a better breakfast than Sunrise on Jefferson? The cooks at Sunrise are the breakfast experts, making perfect breakfast after perfect breakfast, with the freshest ingredients, cooked with care, and cooked with speed. There's simply no better breakfast in Memphis. Go ahead, make some instant grits if you want to, but if you want real breakfast, you want Sunrise.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike is where you'll find the most bang for your buck. Take your pick with adventure-ready 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport or highest safety-rated 2022 Eclipse Cross. Ready to ride at $349 a month. And this is not a lease. You own it. Want 31 mpg highway in your SUV? We Gossett with 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. Now $398 a month. Plus, at Gossett Mitsubishi, you always get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So for our best deal, look no further than Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 2.9 APR, 3,000 down, 500 loyalty rebate, 500 military rebate, Sport NU 001422, MSRP 27010, Cross NZO 49092, MSRP 27,000, Outlander NZO 53093, MSRP 29615, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/31/2022, dealer stock only.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry: Honda mowers, trimmers, and generators, Steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, Echo trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws, plus quality products from Red Mat and Shindawa. And they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Well, it's about time to check in with our good friend. Normally we do it on Wednesdays, but we had to make a little dipsy doodle. No problem. We're good on Thursdays. He's our pal from ESPN, ESPN Plus, JohnGassaway.com, at John Gassaway on Twitter. It'll come as no surprise that we're about to hear from John Gassaway. Hello, John. How are you?
Hello, men. How is everything?
Good. John, what are you wearing right now? John, what are you wearing right now, if you don't mind? Oh.
I've got jeans, T-shirt, and a hoodie that I'm rocking at the moment. How about
Stop
you?
It. You're lying, John. We don't believe you. John, you obviously you heard the segment earlier, and now you're just making up something to throw us off.
We always think of you in sort of a possibly a smoking jacket or a robe of some sort, with by the fire or a crackling fire next to you is,
I should I should try that. Yeah.
Man, so you got on the jeans and a hoodie.
give that a shot. All right, well, let's get to it first. Let's get that out of the way right out of the gate. I don't know if you've been privy to the latest from the Memphis Tiger front. Rasheed Wallace, much ballyhooed arrival, and now a seeming at least semi-departure based on what they're terming health and safety protocols, but what can pretty much only be interpreted as a apparently unwillingness to become vaccinated for a team that really needs and tries to add an extra opponent and wants to avoid the issues that they had earlier with Tennessee and unvaccinated players. In addition to that, John, they also had a rather ignominious defeat to East Carolina mixed into things. I just don't. I know. You're typically keep it as real as it can be kept here with regard to the Tigers. What can this thing be turned around?
First of all, I want to introduce a point of advanced basketball analysis and note that it's never a good sign when a media member such as yourself, Peter, in the city in which the team itself resides, introduces a subject by saying, "Let's get this out of the way."
That's where we are, John. I hate to just kind of is what it is right now,
Nobody says about Ja Morant and the Grizzlies, well, let's get this out of the way. So that's my dive deep into the numbers of the situation and what I'm seeing. It looks bad. The hopes are dimming when you lose two in a row on the road. It would have been nice to have even one of those. Big game tonight. against SMU by some lights, possibly the best team in the American, the best opponent, the strongest opponent that Memphis can face in the American that's not named Houston. Everybody, I'm about to ramp up the annual Bubble Watch at ESPN.com. There's a plug for you. And the only question that I ever get at that feature is, if my team, Team X, if they win out and then lose the conference tournament title game, can they get in the tournament? And anticipating that question about Memphis, if they did that, sure, they'd be in the discussion. You could look at them. But the problem is, every time I'm asked that by somebody, their team does not win out. They lose games. Mm-hmm. And Memphis is probably going to lose games. And so right now, if the selection were held today, Memphis would be nowhere near in the room. They would be in a van going in the wrong direction away from the room. So
a van on fire, most likely a fiery van heading towards a cliff, I believe, is where they would be.
So now is indeed the time to panic and to run around screaming with our hands above our heads, because
Professor,
it's not,
without knowing precisely what the danger is now the time to start cracking each other's heads open and feasting on the goo inside?
Yes, I would, Kent. At 9 and 7 on January 20th, it does not look good.
Oh, man.
John, Auburn has been a surprise so far this year. I don't think many of us had them as being the top team in the country. They prepare to take on Kentucky this weekend. What are your thoughts on that game between two of the best in the SEC?
Potential entertainment game of the year. I cannot wait for that. Kentucky came down to earth a bit last night, but they still won on the road against a team that I expect will make the NCAA tournament in the form of Texas A&M. So never anything wrong with winning a road game against a tournament-worthy opponent. But Kentucky is even better than they showed last night. Asked Tennessee about the absolute explosion they witnessed in Lexington. And I really am looking forward to the Wildcats facing Auburn, who might be the best team in the country, who would probably, I think, deservedly be the overall number one seed in the NCAA tournament if you were picking that field today. I get why the AP poll would say Gonzaga is number one, but that's pretty much the discussion right now. That's how good Auburn is. That's how good Auburn has been. And, breaking news, I don't know if you guys caught this, but Shaden Sharp is going to, for Kentucky, he's going to enter the 2022 draft, rated on some boards as like the number 6 prospect. It's conceivable he could play in that Auburn game. He might look at playing for Kentucky this year. And that introduces some interesting, discussions. If you're John Calipari, you got a pretty good team already. This guy is going to go number 6 in the draft, we think. He'll reasonably expect 20, 25 minutes. How do you make that work? So all kinds of good storylines, and loving the quality and the character of play at the top of the SEC this year. The pace is fantastic, and I expect that to be a really, really good game.
No, I'm curious because the way I saw it from Jonathan Gavoni was that he was eligible for the draft, but he wasn't. It was unclear as to whether he was going to do it or not. That he was just eligible because of his age. He's going to turn 19 on May 30th. And
right. Yeah.
So I would imagine.
I'm not divulging news. I mean, nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows what Sharp.
Breaking something here on the show.
No, I'm not breaking anything. Sorry. All I'm breaking that he is eligible, and I mean, if you're eligible for the 2022 draft and you're projected as the number 6 pick, I will break that you are going into the draft. We've never.
I will break that you should. I mean, there's no reason. Why in the world? I don't know why you wouldn't.
We have literally never seen somebody who is a top 10 pick saying, I'm good. I think I'll play another year and risk injury and take the chance that my stock will drop. No, that doesn't happen. So he's eligible, and we don't know if he'll play for Kentucky, but it's a fun story to track, definitely.
John,
I would
go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
Well, I was going to say this matchup that we're talking about, Kentucky Auburn, the scalpers are going crazy. It looked a little dicey. The Kentucky messed around and nearly stubbed their toe prior to that game with the old classic look ahead. But scalpers for that game, I think it's the $300 or $400 ticket. It's a massive game in Auburn at Auburn Arena. And some are saying, the biggest regular season SEC game could be in upwards of a decade, just because of the nature of the teams involved. That seems kind of crazy to me. But where would you rank it in terms of those kinds of things?
Well, look, I mean, if you could get the versions of the three of us from like 7-8 years ago and say, absolutely, game of the year is happening at Auburn, we'd be like, what? What are you talking about? Auburn basketball? What? So full credit to Bruce Pearl. That's what he has done, and this is what coaching success looks like. It was kind of cumulative and happened over a number of years. And I think we were talking on this call last week. Auburn was nothing to write home about last year. Goodness knows. So this is the point that the program has reached, and Auburn and Kentucky really are that good. They're that good on paper. They're that good on the eyes. These are two of the best teams in the country. Kentucky was a little late in arriving at that point, but they're there now. And this is a bit off subject, but I just want to give another plug again for winning at Texas A&M. That's good. A&M is, people are playing they haven't played anybody card. They haven't. But once they do start playing people, I think that it's going to turn out that they are good and they're going to make the tournament. So that's a pretty good win that Kentucky got, and should be an excellent game this weekend.
John, we know that Houston has had injury problems. Two of their best players are out for the season. They're still maintaining. They're still number 10 in the country. How are they keeping alive? How are they winning? And do you think that it could be possibly that the AAC is kind of creating a false interpretation of what they really are as a team?
Yeah, I mean, full credit to Kelvin Sampson, because Sasser, that was a while ago, and I think when it happened, I was forecasting not doom, but I thought they might lose a game or two, and they've relatively cruised along. They have won a couple of close scrapes, road games. Temple and Tulsa, either of which they easily could have lost, but they haven't. So they're looking good, and this is the best, even in their reduced state. This has been the best team in the Americans so far. How are they doing it on both sides of the ball? They're more than the offensive rebounding hordes that we're used to seeing. They're also playing great defense, and they're also forcing missed shots. They're forcing missed shots in the paint. So that is a good way to play. It's working. They are going at a tremendously slow pace. They and Temple are by far the two most deliberate teams in the American. So it's a slog, even without two key players, even without my pick for the. I thought Sasser was going to be the American Player of the Year. That's a big loss. But when they slow the game down, they crash the offensive glass, and they make you work for every basket, the best that any opponent's been able to do so far is to make it close, and they've both come up short. So this is a tough team. I think, Anthony, you're right. It could be a case where they get to the tournament, NCAA tournament, and see something they haven't seen before in the American, and it's a completely different picture. But so far, it is enough, and they're going to come out of the regular season with a really nice-looking record and a really good seed, which they will have earned.
John, what happened to Baylor?
Yeah, Baylor. What happened is their defense is no great shakes, and that shocks me. If you saw the game they played against Villanova, The conclusion that I came out of that game saying was not, boy, I'm worried about this defense. They just smothered, a Jay Wright offense and just made them look, like they couldn't get out of Waco soon enough. But now they're just normal, and it's really weird looking. Opponents in the Big 12 are making their shots. They're making their twos. So it's really kind of strange and crazy. The other thing is, even last year, as good as Baylor was on defense, and it was kind of it was kind of confused, or it was hard to track because they did have a COVID pause and they did come back and they did look terrible at first and they lost to Kansas. But overall, they forced a lot of turnovers with guys like Mitchell and Butler and Teague and those guys. They're not really doing that as much this year either. So it's a combination of these little changes on defense that add up to one big change. Still looking very good on offense. I still like them long term. I think that they have some room for growth in terms of playing together, and there are some guys serving some roles that they didn't have to last year. But the problem is on D so far.
Now, this is kind of a long-term question, so it's very speculative, but you'll just have to forgive me for that. I'm watching the ACC this year, and North Carolina. It's kind of depressing, honestly, watching North Carolina get drubbed by Miami, who's not a bad team by any stretch, but like that, just the nature of that defeat was sobering. They got thumped by Kentucky, beaten badly by Tennessee. The elite teams they've played, they've really struggled with. You look at the rest of the ACC, and again, it's not to say it's a down year is maybe even an understatement. It's pretty rough. North Carolina with Hubert Davis, Duke is going to lose Coach K after this year. Do we see them? Do they start to slide down into kind of the realm where some of these other elite teams of the past have gone? Your Indianas of the world. When you lose your iconic coach,
ouch!
Is that a possibility here? Because it just seems as though I don't know. The slide is pretty abrupt and pretty strong, and it doesn't look to me like there's a huge amount of possibility for. Like elite improvement. I mean, maybe, but it just I don't know. I'm starting to get those vibes a little bit.
Yeah, the paradox. Let's take the North Carolina part first. The optical illusion with them is, clearly for a team that's won however many national championships it's been. I guess 3 in the past 17 years. For a team that you can say that about, yeah, they're down. They're not going to win the national championship this year, barring the most miraculous of surprises. So, definitely down. They're also better than they've looked, and they could well turn out to be, second best team in the ACC. Insert joke here. This year, that's not such a great honor, granted, but that is how good they are. Miami, I think my good friend Ken Pomeroy, I think his laptop is yet to catch up with the Miami offense. I think this might be one of the best offenses in the country. They certainly are that on paper so far in ACC play. They get absolutely 0 rebounds on either side of the floor. They're small. They play no defense. But they can beat anybody because they score like crazy. So I recommend them, if nothing else, from an entertainment standpoint. And then as far as potential sunset for the era of Duke, the only thing that I would point out there is that after these last few years here where it seemed like the one-and-done recruits were getting away from, what they were doing at Kentucky and Duke about, 6-7 years ago and just gathering in vast numbers together at a single program. They haven't been doing that. If you've noticed the past 2 or 3 years, they are doing that again. If Shaden Sharp had, been in next year's recruiting class, that would have been a vintage Kentucky recruiting class, still kind of will be next year. Duke the same way. The last time I looked, they've got 3 top 10 or maybe top 12 recruits coming in for the first year of the new guy. So they will be loaded with talent, and it's premature to say they're going the way of your Indianas and UCLA's in the 21st century just yet. So we'll see what happens. But this year, right now, present tense, definitely down year for the ACC.
Way down, indeed. But you're right. I don't want to be a overly negative guy. Just these are the things that kind of jump out when you watch them play. Who's your coach of the year at this point?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't want to do anybody wrong. Gosh, I'm almost tempted to say Kelvin Sampson because guys just keep falling off his team.
Yeah.
He keeps winning.
What
does the guy got to do? But
Larry Brown.
What's that?
Larry Brown.
Okay. So I would look at him. I would, keeping this in Texas, I would look at Mark Adams. I think that's a great story. I love when an assistant gets a shot. And granted, he had prior head coaching experience, but still, I think that assistants are objectively underhired for head coaching positions. And here's a guy, and my former colleague and friend Jeff Goodman meant it as a compliment. He was getting abused online, after some big Texas Tech win because he said Mark Adams would never work out. And he said, "Hey, what I said was he won't be able to recruit, but look at the guy; he can coach his ass off." So that's a compliment to Mark Adams. And
he can.
Those would be that would be the kind of guys I would be looking at for Coach of the Year. Yeah.
It's been it's like the rest of college basketball. It's a wide open race. There's plenty of room for guys to make a push in the last month and a half or so as we start to get closer to March. John, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Anthony.
All right, bro.
He's our pal, John Gassaway, joining us here on the program when we come back here from the Family Leisure Studios. We will hit you with a little tidbits, some nuggets of information that I think you're going to enjoy. Kind of get you feeling good, hopefully, about some basketball after, I don't want, maybe hour number 2, we delve into the Tiger stuff. Anthony, if you want to, touch on that, because I know you. Yeah, I know you're.
I got an interesting All-Star related Grizzly question too that a texter sent in on you via YouTube.
Okay.
I want to.
All right. Well, we'll do that. We'll do that too when we continue here live. Real Sports Talk Sports 56.98.5.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Right now is a great time to take advantage of Choate's winter specials by upgrading your furnace, switching to a Rinnai tankless water heater, or getting $50 off air duct cleaning. By now, you most likely have heard of the benefits of UV light technology for your HVAC system. Purchase any new Carrier furnace right now, and we will install one for you at no additional cost. For those who have not installed a tankless water heater yet, what are you waiting on? Stop wasting utilities heating water you do not use and getting frustrated taking cold showers or baths. Right now, when you purchase a Rinnai tankless water heater, Choates will install one premium toilet for free in your home. And Choates is offering $50 off its air duct cleaning services. Not only does this service get the years of dust out of your ducts, it also helps the indoor air quality you and your family breathe every day. All these specials qualify for 18 months no interest financing with approved credit. So call 347-8086 to schedule your free estimate today. Turn to the experts with Choates and let our family serve your family.
Saving at the Home Depot means you can do more for less. Like making your laundry and life easier with an LG wash tower that automatically detects fabric texture and load size. Enjoy savings on top-rated appliances online, in-store, or on the Home Depot app. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only while supplies last. Valid 1/6 through 1/26/2022. Free delivery applies to orders of $396 or more.
was getting my coffee today, Jose, and I heard there's a new way to get our jobs done at a price we want to pay for them. Grow profits and find new workers.
Sure, boss.
I downloaded the ZipCat construction app, Jose. Used the work icon, created the job description, and priced it.
Yes, boss.
Another contractor will buy it, and we got 3 days to accept and mutually approve the job, Jose.
Sure thing.
New concept. No more estimates. We control our price with ZipCat. Contractors, plumbers, electricians, etc. Find jobs listed with ZipCat. That's ZIPCAT. Download the ZipCat app now for free on the App Store and Google Play. ZipCat app, the best tool in your toolbox.
It's a new year. That means it's time for a floor model sale at Family Leisure. You can help Family Leisure make room for all the new 2022 products that are coming in. All floor models are priced to move right now. If it's on the floor, it's on sale. But you better hurry to get these special savings because once these floor models are gone, folks, they're gone. We're talking theater seating, massage chairs, arcades, foosball and hockey tables, all on sale. Shuffleboard tables, pool tables, they're on sale too. Plus, there's so much more on sale. And you can get New Year's deals on spas and swimming pools as well. Family Leisure needs the room for new inventory. So what's here has got to go. You can help them. The floor model sale is happening now at Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together. Happy New Year from our good friends at Family Leisure.
Get in the swing of things. Grab your friends, your clients, your employees, and go enjoy everything you love about Topgolf in a luxury suite while at Memphis' only Topgolf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen's Small Bites. Topgolf Swing Suite is an immersive social experience offering guests a luxury private lounge to enjoy Erling Jensen's extraordinary food and beverage service, all while playing a selection of games in a one-of-a-kind simulation bay. Topgolf Swing Suites are great for work outings, celebrations, or just getting together. It's fun for the whole family. It's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. They have more than just golf. They have soccer, baseball, zombie dodgeball, football, and more. Located at 5069 Sanderlin, adjacent to the Doubletree East Memphis. Check us out at SwingSuiteMemphis.com or call us at 901-58-SWING. Again, that's 901-58-SWING at Memphis' only Topgolf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen's Small Bites. Book your suite today.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Yeah! We're going to talk to our buddy Dustin Starr about the world of professional wrestling coming up in hour number 2, a little later on than normal. Give you plenty of time to...
You slipping, Peter. Give it to me. Who is it? We haven't had our banter about the thing.
Oh.
Music.
I know. I didn't recognize this.
I don't know what
this is wrestling music. I don't know this is. I didn't recognize this is.
That sounds like one of them Zach Boys specials.
No, I mean for one, I went through it 2 or 3 times on different clips. But it's Terry Funk. It says Terry Funk by Jim Johnston.
Yeah, I guess it's what he used in the WWF.
Yeah, that was the WWF version. Yep. And then the first one was an ode to John Gassaway. It was Big John Studd as we brought in Big John Gassaway.
Look at you, man.
All right. Very good. Very good. We appreciate it from our good friend Darian there. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Now, do you want to deal with this Grizzly question via YouTube, or do you? Because I think I don't know if you want to delve into the Tigers without having a little more time to really.
Yeah, because I'm getting mad. I might get angry.
You about to get mad. I've already seen you going into it with
someone accused us of creating a fake mad narrative for ratings on Twitter. What are you talking about? It's not how this works. I'm sorry.
It's not how any of this works. All right, but what was the question from YouTube? What was the question?
Brian Nelson had a question. I hadn't really thought
about it. Good afternoon, Brian.
Brian, hope you're still watching, man. Hope you're still watching. My guy!
Thanks for Thanks for jumping on, Brian.
But, yeah, Brian said, so Phoenix and Golden State will be getting 2 All-Stars, right? Utah might get 2. Do the Grizzlies get 2? Being that we're the third. Excuse me, I almost died on air. Being that we're, excuse me, you guys. Being that we are the third seed. Don't get too froggy throwing out those double All-Stars and not consider having 2 for the Grizzlies. I don't think that's happening, but do you think, Peter Edmondson, that's too far beyond the realm of possibility? That ain't Jaren Jackson Jr., who's probably a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, 3rd in the league in blocks, if not 2nd. No, he's 2nd, right?
I haven't checked in the last little bit, so I don't know.
Check it out.
But let me.
Probably the biggest plus minus.
Yeah.
On-off numbers.
Yeah. I mean, the on-off and all that stuff is phenomenal. His block rate, all those sorts of things are really good. So, I think in terms of the All-Stars, I just put up. I don't know if you saw before the show, put up a little something on Desmond Bane compared to some of the other guards that are out there. I used my friend Taylor Snar's dunks and threes comparison tool, which is
2s and 3s.
Nice, dunks and threes. A little bit different.
Copyright infringement, man.
Oh no, I'm afraid he beat you to that. I'm afraid he beat you to that.
Trade secrets, man.
Long ago. I'm afraid. So sorry about that, buddy. You're gonna have to jump in on that. But I compared Desmond Bane to Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, Anthony Edwards, some of the guys that are mentioned in the West guard category, along with some. Bane's not really mentioned, but he probably should be. And if you look, the thing that's holding him back is just his usage rate. He just does not do as much as these other guys because his role is different. He's a catch and shoot specialist, that kind of guy. But in terms of his efficiency, he's the most efficient out of all those guys. His effective field goal percentage, true shooting, free throw shooting, all that stuff. He's the best at the rim. Out of any of those guys, he is the best pure 3-point shooter out of those guys. He's the best defensive player out of all those guys, statistically. So, if you look at just the pure numbers of it, he deserves to be discussed as an all-star. I've always told you I think Jaren should be. So, but Bane's the one that I was a little bit surprised when you compare his numbers, how close he is already to those guys, and the fact that and one of the big differences that I see and that's why I hope people will check it out because I kind of put my own little notes on it from Bane so you can see the differences compared to the other guys. 71% of Desmond Bane's shots are assisted versus 46% for Booker, 28% for Donovan Mitchell, 30% for Dame, 47% for Edwards. Those guys do a lot more ISO work, a lot more solo work than Bane. Bane is by far the most assisted guy. So that means he's a catch and shoot specialist at this point. That's probably why people don't think of him in that all-star mode, but they should because he's been hugely important for the Grizzlies. I think he deserves consideration.
Yeah, for sure.
Grizzlies as good as they are, absolutely.
Give them 2 All-Stars, man.
Generally speaking, teams that are that good, most of the time they have 2 All-Stars.
Bro, if we had 2 All-Stars, I would lose my mind.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to, but
because the coaches some haters. They're not going. They don't see Jaren or Bane the way we see them guys.
Oh, I think the coaches do. I disagree with that. I think the coaches do.
And they hating, man.
I think they do. Especially Jaren. Jaren's the kind of guy that a coach kind of has to appreciate.
Yeah.
A lot of the fans don't appreciate what he does out there. Hour number 2, we're going to get into the Tigers a little bit as they take on SMU tonight. Anthony Sain's going to talk about his negative agenda for the Tigers.
It's just so, man, I ain't got no, man, get out of my face, bro. Folks need to stop all that crazy stuff. Guys just trying to get attention. Nah, man, they suck. You want me to say something they don't? Or what do you want me to do?
We'll talk about it. We continue Real Sports Talk Sports 56.98.5.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage, factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Eucora. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. TNC and privacy policy found at eucora.com/TNC.
UTIs are the worst. One year, I had 8 UTIs. If you get UTIs, you understand how awful the cycle is. I was taking all the precautions, and Cranberry products just didn't work. It was hard on me and my husband.
I hated seeing her in pain, and I wanted to help.
We're Jenna and Spencer, founders of Eucora.
With my background in biochemistry and our shared frustration over UTIs, we were inspired to start Eucora.
We make UTI relief products and innovative urinary tract supplements that give you a way to be proactive. At Eucora, we've helped over 200,000 people get their lives back. We have a money-back guarantee, so you can try risk-free. If you're not happy, you'll get a full refund. You have nothing to lose. Try Eucora today. Get 30% off Eucora when you text HEALTH to 64,000. Text HEALTH to 64,000 to get 30% off. That's HEALTH to 64000.
For UTIs, it's time to try Eucora.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
What I'm saying, I always got a little bit of sign language, so here's to ya.
Here's to ya. Oh, man. That was, what,
24?
24 years ago?
24
Today?
years ago. 2 days ago.
Don't make me feel that, though.
2 days ago.
Man.
Tyson. And Stone.
That was just the most amazing. That was just amazing. It's just an amazing thing.
Bro, you remember Mike Tyson and Robin Givens?
Who doesn't?
Yeah. I mean, like, remember. Like, what am I trying to say? Like, there was, like, people thinking that she was, like, faking pregnant and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, she really got over on him.
She was still doing her 21. No, that wasn't her on 21 Jump Street. No, that was the other.
She was on.
She was on
Head of the Class.
Yeah, Head of the Class. Yeah, she was on Head of the Class. Yeah.
Everybody used to think Robin Givens was like super fine back then. I look back at
at
oh, she was not fine. I think that was like pre-puberty when I just
It was the way she talked too. She had a sex appeal deal.
Cause I watched Boomerang. That was her, right? Robin Givens.
That was her in Boomerang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Halle Berry was cold, still cold.
Yeah,
but Robin Givens did not stand the test of time.
She was much better in Boomerang though. She was okay in Boomerang.
Halle Berry though. I can't Wilson.
She made a song. Halle Berry. They got a song about it, man.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, there you go. Something like that.
All right. Bird calls. Our
live bird
hour
calls
number 2,
there, just offending the whole world.
Presented by Poultry Power. Speaking of birds, Poultry Power.
Woo!
That's right. It's the kind of bird where you make a little bird call to Poultry Power, and they're going to fill your freezer up with bird at a great price. Don't be stuck paying like a chump at the grocery store when you're out here, you're hoping it's going to be, oh, man, they got that.
They got some chicken today. Y'all get a truck? No, we ain't doing that. No.
The truck, you go get it. You bring it home in your truck.
The truck come to you, man. Your truck.
The truck come to you either way.
Yeah.
I mean,
who are you talking about?
Truck, but like that's baller. That's baller right there. And you the truck come to you. Don't. Did you get the delivery? People in your neighborhood say, "Hey, the truck come to your house." Yeah.
Can I buy a bag of wings from you?
Truck came to your house. Dustin Starr is going to join us at the bottom of the hour. He's got a little something going on,
or not
he's taken care of,
or he may not be joining us.
Or he may not be.
Yeah.
You think so? I don't.
I have reason to believe he won't be joining us at the.
You do? Why you say that?
I don't know. Look into it.
I don't know. Look into it.
I have no information on my end that would indicate that we're in jeopardy here, but
anyway, you might be right.
We'll just find out. How about that? We'll find out together. Coming up in a little bit. We mentioned last night Grizzlies lose to the Bucks. A strong performance though. Nothing wrong with that. And I thought a really good game from Jaren Jackson Jr. who looked the part. Looked like an all-star in that second half last night. And there's no question about it. His defensive numbers. I got a little note from a pal of mine who works in the scouting and analytics area for a team now, and he was just like, "Man, Jaren is incredible." I was like, "Yeah, he's just like every time I watch him, he's better and better and better." So the word is out around the league about what this guy is all about and what he's doing. But obviously the Grizzlies didn't have enough last night to win that game. No big deal. We mentioned this road trip is going to be tough. Denver coming up, that's going to be tough. And did you see that incredible pass that Jokic made in overtime into that game to give the Nuggets a win over the Clippers? What
yeah, wild stuff.
Great.
Man.
That's just so. I mean,
Jokic, the paper MVP just shows up sometimes. Man. I ain't gonna lie. He show up.
Paper.
Oh, when the playoffs start.
Good God.
Bro, you got that Euro love, man. All the European boys.
No, I got the Jokic love. I told you, Jokic is great.
Yeah,
he's phenomenal.
I fool with Jokic. He's good, man. He's that dude.
What do you mean he's good? He's phenomenal.
I don't think he's the best player in the league, though. Because I hear people start harding out, oh, man, Jokic's just the best player in the league, man. Come on, stop. Let's not do that.
You can say that. You can choose to do that or not if you want, but he's just an insanely good player. So forget about.
Yeah, he's that dude. For sure.
What about those Lakers last night?
Hey, I was talking about that pick. That pick might start getting a little scary looking, man. It might start getting a little scary looking. I ain't gonna lie.
Lakers 22-23 now after losing to the Indiana Pacers, who have been absolutely horrible on the road. Lost 8 straight on the road, and they go into L.A. and beat the Lakers 111-104. Big news, potentially Domantas Sabonis with an ankle injury, even though he had 20 and 10, ankle injury that might keep him out for a while, which to couple that with Miles Turner, who's got a foot injury. All of a sudden, the Pacers' trade plans might be a little bit dicey. But that was only the fourth win of the year for the Pacers on the road, and they did it against the Lakers, who are truly sorry. Russell Westbrook benched for the last 4 minutes of the game, and understandably so, did not speak to media afterwards. LeBron James with 30 and 12, but a team worst minus 20 for LeBron, minus 18 for Russell Westbrook. This team is a mess, and the blame is starting to slide onto Frank Vogel, which seems stupid to me. Like, I mean, you're going to blame Frank Vogel for that? I mean, come on, what Russell Westbrook sucks. That's your very Carmelo Anthony is Carmelo Anthony at age whatever he is. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
Right. Looking rough for him, man. I'm gonna say this right here, man. Here's my thing. I can't remember who else said this. I want to say it might have been J.J. Redick said it. Somebody in media said, some former player said it. Bro, if you're gonna fire this dude, which you're ultimately gonna do at some point in the season anyway, just fire him. Like, all this game, like, this is disrespectful, man. Like that man can't do his job well if you're like, oh yeah, he lives another day. Like, man, you know what I mean, bro? What is this, bro? It's like, this ain't what's the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger with it, like the game show that was like
Total Recall?
No, it was like it's kind of like that though.
Running Man?
Yeah, this ain't Running Man, bro. Like, this ain't Hunger Games, bro. Like, how you gonna do this, man? Like, just fire him. Like, how you expect the man to do his job if you're like trying to like this? Oh yeah, Vogel, he got to win. I guess he can coach another game. Like, no, bro, just fire him. Like, what are you doing? Y'all are the Los Angeles Lakers, bro. Like, the most like heralded franchise in all of sports, damn near. Like, why are we screwing around like with this day by day, game by game? Let's fire the dude, bro. Just like, what are y'all doing? Fire him, hire, give the job to David Fizdale, and just quit messing around, bro. Like, stop. Like, it's just silly. The whole thing is just silly. Chris Haynes, oh yes, heard breaking news. Scott Vogel will not be removed after this loss. I'm like, what, bro? Are we really just like going game by game with this coach? Darian, what's up with your boys, man?
Bring back Phil.
Who? Oh, man, he ain't coming to no.
That's the worst. That's the worst possible idea right there.
Yeah, Phil ain't coming to no garbage.
Phil making it worse.
Phil ain't coming.
I don't know if you watched. I don't know. Did you watch Phil at the end of his time in LA?
New York?
You watched how they ended?
Oh yeah.
Ludicrous.
Phil doesn't like
the team got swept out in the playoffs. They were terrible.
No, Phil doesn't like
Phil's
garbage,
not the answer.
Not at
Fizz is not the answer.
I heard how about Westbrook for John Wall?
Bring back Lionel Hollins
Type of deal. That would be.
See what happens when Lionel Hollins is not on the bench anymore.
He should have been on the bench. I don't understand why they got him off of the bench.
Bro, they gave that man the job for real though. Like they said, Lionel, come coach you.
They ship up and straighten up in a hurry.
So they
ship them out.
Are there dudes in the team older than Lionel Hollins?
I mean,
I saw an article about the Lakers.
Close.
The Lakers are making calls involving THT. And they showed that dude's numbers. I was like, this dude is trash. Like, y'all really thought this dude was going to be somebody.
You guys didn't slam dunk that in the bucket. Did you hear me about the John Wall possible Russell Westbrook?
Get out of here. Why?
Why
would Houston want Westbrook back?
I don't know. I've heard it because of salary. I mean, I don't know. I think I may take John Wall at this moment.
Of course you would. He can actually play. That ain't happening. What incentive is there for Houston to take Russell Westbrook over John Wall?
I don't know. I heard a pundit talking about it. I'm just bouncing it off the wall, see if it sticks.
Do y'all have any? What's the name, left? Y'all have any?
Didn't they get rid of? They got rid of. I mean, what are you talking? They got rid of the guy. I mean, no.
Yeah,
no,
Houston
no.
got
He's
rid of
stuck.
Yeah,
he's stuck.
Stuck like
he
Chuck,
ain't
man.
going. There's nowhere he's going. People talk about him entirely too much. He is not. There's nothing happening right now with him.
How?
I don't know.
I can't wait till the trade deadline. We have an argument with you every day. I cannot wait till the trade deadline is over with, so I can tell you, so I can show you it's over, Darian. Like the trade deadline is gone, and he's still here.
Like what? I don't think people understand, or maybe they do, how bad he has been, and the fact that he has. This year and next year remaining on his deal. He makes $44 million this year. He makes more than LeBron.
Makes
47 next year as a player option. I got breaking news. He has accepted his player option right now because he's not an idiot. That is I mean, oh my God, like.
Hey, that's like paying Jaren twice plus some more. That's how much y'all paying.
So that's what I'm saying. Between LeBron, AD, and Russell Westbrook,
about $80 million.
Among those, that is what?
That's why we
it's
$80 million. No, $120 million.
That's why we
between the three of them.
That's why we got that dough.
$120 million. They have more between among those guys. Make more money, the three of them alone, than the entire Grizzlies team.
I love it, man. I love it.
Hey, man.
There, you looking kind of defeated over. You sound defeated, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I'm defeated, man. Just hey, it'll happen.
This is what
something will happen, and not THC.
See, Peter, Derek goes on like Clutch. What's these little sports? These little these little sports websites, Clutch Points and NBA Internet points and views or whatever it's called.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see? Oh man, I'm telling you, man.
No, yeah. That's the only way you're getting in trade. One of those.
Russell Westbrook needs another offense. Like,
hey, her bill thinking I leave it. Like, bro, like Washington's not giving y'all get away their franchise Simmons, for. Yeah, they're not giving away their franchise for like Carmelo Anthony But bro, like every time that Russell Westbrook has been moved, heavy draft capital has gone out the door. You guys don't have any draft capital.
And then I think
y'all on the team that took him.
Houston actually sent something with him to get.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, something's got to go out with him. Y'all don't have anything to give.
The way AD's playing, I mean.
But y'all are stuck. I can't. I love it.
It's all good. LeBron got a ring. He'll go and end it. He'll go and end it back in Cleveland. He'll go and end it back in Cleveland.
Yeah, y'all are good.
Get him a swan song.
Hey, you know what? I talked about the Grizzlies needing like that versatile 4-3 that can guard the big wings, those type of things. LeBron. Come on, man. LeBron, come
Who you giving up to get? Go ahead and play it all the way out. Who you giving up to get him?
What's LeBron's contract situation?
Nobody. Don't even play it out, please.
Don't play it.
I'm begging you. Don't waste anyone. Don't waste everyone's time.
What's his contract situation?
He has one.
No, I'm saying he got 2 more years.
He has an untradeable contract situation.
No, I'm saying, what is it? 1 more year?
No, he read up. I think he read up.
Yeah, he started taking long deals with the Lakers, huh? Because he's like, yeah, this is my last stop.
Let me look and see. I'll tell you. No, he's got 2 more years. He's sending.
Hey, LeBron, 2024. Come holler at your boy, man. Come on, give it the winning team, John.
Yeah, what was it? 2 years, 85?
Yeah, he'll be a free agent at the age of 38.
Hey, come on, man.
You got to take Bronny, though. If he's coming, you got to take Bronny.
Finally starting to slow down a little bit. It's just not. It's finally.
The power forward?
Yeah, there you go. You got Triple J at the 5, LeBron at the 4.
Bro, it'd be so nasty. What are you talking about?
Got Bronny, you got to take Bronny.
What in God's name are we talking about? What is this? What is this show right now? What are we doing? This is a ludicrous.
Peter's like,
not even worth discussing. I'm angry.
We get LeBron, not 1, not 2, not 3. Well, it can't be that big because LeBron can be 40.
What gets Peter more, this conversation or the metaverse?
The metaverse. hey, the metaverse, like LeBron. Meta LeBron.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Hey, Peter, what's up?
LeBron James.
Hey, Peter would be the biggest fan. If you got LeBron and Bronny, you take him, Pete.
Peter, you tripping, man.
You take him. Yeah. You got to take Bronny.
I take LeBron in 2 years on the mid-level for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
At the 4. At the 4. Triple J at the 5. Mm-hmm. You got to give up Zaire because I'm telling you, Bronny is your 3. You got to take Bronny.
Hey, I'm absolutely joking. I'm doing this just for jokes. But on some 100% real talk type stuff. If LeBron is like, okay, I'm done with L.A.
No.
Bro, like, where else would he go?
100%. He's not gonna do that. LeBron is a producer, man. He's got a movie career.
He don't care about the NBA.
He's not done. He's gonna be done with the NBA. He's not done with. He's certainly not done with Los Angeles.
Hey, Peter, this is what we're gonna do. When we get LeBron, I'm gonna come over your house. We're gonna put the metal goggles on. We're gonna be front seat. We're gonna be front row to FedEx for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. If LeBron ever signs with the Grizzlies, I will buy. I will buy VR goggles. I will. Anything you want, I'll buy. If it ever happens,
you gonna sign up on the Clear app?
On the Clear app, you name it. Your Facebook, it's all.
You gonna open your Facebook page?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, all of it will be there. Yeah, that's gonna be me from now on. Yeah, if that ever happens.
Well, he's like, I'm taking my talent to sound
taking my talent.
I'm taking my talents to Maywood Beach.
In all honesty, even if you go back to the core 4, the Grizzlies were always like one real good superstar.
The beach within reach is what I'm saying. Taking my talents.
LeBron can say, I'm taking my talents to North Mivot.
Hey, in all honesty,
Orange Mound.
One superstar like that, and we win a championship. You know,
we finna win one with y'all.
We've
man.
always been one. I'm telling you.
You don't need no LeBron win no championship.
All right.
We finna win one with y'all right now.
All right. A substantial move, and we win a championship.
For sure.
I've always
we
felt
get one
like
more
that. Even with the core four.
Dude, it's over, bro.
Yeah, even with the core four, I was like screaming, get us one really big superstar.
This is what happens when like our guests
You can't
don't come on.
but there was no like. Man, y'all spending way too much time on these clutch point sites and all this stuff.
That's Darian.
There's no Darian. If
I wanted
if anybody
to
gets
move
a
Rudy.
superstar, they're going to win.
I wanted to
win.
move Rudy for a
Rudy
superstar.
for what? Like LeBron? What are you talking about?
Not then, not LeBron then, but I wanted to package Rudy up with something.
For
great.
what? For what then? Like Rudy didn't have any value then. That's like, I want to trade Stromile Swift for. I don't care about Stromile Swift. What are you talking about?
The Stro Show.
Oh my God! Like
Darren is a walking Facebook page. Facebook group.
Man, he is. He's a walking face. Like this is like when I see a bunch of people like posting Wordle results or like talking about their dreams or their fantasy teams and stuff. It's the same thing, right? It's like,
he slipped there. Well, water is so new.
When I hear somebody say, "Man, my fantasy team," I immediately check out of that conversation.
You can tell.
And when Darian's like, "Oh, if the Grizzlies ever got LeBron," I'm like, "No, I'm out. I'm checked out. Done. I'm not even listening to the rest of the."
What do you say to that? You know what I mean?
The rest of the sentence doesn't even matter.
I'm tweeting Brun right now.
Hey,
it might as well just be gibberish.
When we come in here once a day, and remind Darian that the Lakers can't do anything, you can look at his face and tell I'm not listening to y'all. Like I know my Lakers. I know my Lakers. He really don't believe us when we say that. But like trade deadline day, Darian is gonna be on the edge. The clutch point.
Like I was with Moody at Buffalo Wild Wings. I was sitting there with Moody.
Don't put save your money, please. For God's sake, save your money. Do not put $1,000 on the Lakers making a trade. Please. I'm begging you. Please don't.
Oh, plus 5,000. I gotta take that.
I'm trying my best to save you some money. I really am.
Will the Lakers trade Russell Westbrook is at plus 5,000? Darian. Oh man, that's free money. I know
free money. I know he's getting out of there. They gotta do something with him.
Oh my God.
Oh God, Darian, you funny, man. Oh God, Darian is like a talking barbershop conversation, bro. Like it's. Oh God, Darian.
Can't deal. I just can't deal with it.
I know I
can't deal with it. Now that's now all that being said, we'll see what happens because we're 2 weeks away from the actual trade deadline. So the trades are going to start coming in hot and heavy. The Mavs did win, but the Utah Jazz all of a sudden getting a little sour. Lose at home to the Rockets. Bad loss for the Jazz last night, and so Kevin Porter Jr. continues to bounce back after that unfortunate situation that he had early in the year, where he just damn near fought with John Lucas in the locker room. Saw some good stuff from Jalen Green, who went right at Rudy Gobert and nearly dunked on him. See the Rockets have become a decent team. They're a long way from being good, but they're at least decent. And the Jazz not supposed to be losing these games. I mean, it's great for the Grizzlies because they maintain their spot, but it just goes to show you that even a very veteran team like the Jazz, this time of year, it's kind of the dog days of the season. You're right before the All-Star break. You've been playing for a long time, 40+ games in. This is when things get a little squirrely. Some of the results you see will get a little bit squirrely, so keep an eye out for that.
Oh man, Texas says that. Oh yeah, for sure. Let me get off what the Texas said. Texas said that Darian has a Lakers are going to trade Westbrook and winning the championship bet already, parlay already done.
God, please.
He's trying to make that $1,000 back. He's trying to make that $1,000
please,
back. Really.
Yeah. Don't throw good money after bad.
Yeah.
It's over.
But
it's
Utah's
over
without they're without Donovan Mitchell. He was out last night, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
You should be Houston. Yeah, regardless.
It's Houston, man. It's I mean, it's the NBA. So any obviously everybody's good, but you can still they had enough talent to win that game. You had Gobert who's back, supposedly the defensive player of the year and blah 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 and all that stuff. Rockets were red hot from behind the 3-point line. You had Joe Ingles, you had perennial sixth man of the year Jordan Clarkson, you had Bogdanovich, you had plenty of talent. There's not a lack of talent out there. So y'all fix it. It should be Houston. Pitiful, frankly, that they couldn't beat Houston. It's ridiculous. So, in any event, point being, hey man, look, it's a tough year, and I'm glad from the Grizzlies' sake that they were able to maintain their spot. 1-game lead over the Jazz. Mavericks did claw a game back, but still a long way from the Grizzlies. Mavericks have been playing really well though. Kind of just sliding through, and they've played extremely well. They have won 10 of their last 11. So it's amazing that they've not made up more ground on the Grizzlies, but because the Grizzlies have still been just incredibly hot themselves. Mm-hmm. But the Mavericks won 10 of 11 and are starting to feel it. They're kind of sliding into contention before you know it. So just kind of keep an eye out for Luka and the Mavericks. Big shot late in the game too from Luka as well. Don't know if you happen to see that.
Kind of what he does.
We're going to talk Tigers at some point too. When we come back, Dustin Starr also we expect to join us as well. We'll do that when we continue here. Real Sports Talk Sports 56.98.5.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends, presented by Homer Skelton Hyundai. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at TriumphAutoSales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
The global shortage on chicken is finally over, but there are still places that will tell you that it is hard to find, except for our good friends at Poultry Power. Poultry Power is currently delivering chicken in bulk to your home or business at prices lower than your local grocer or food distributor. Having a cookout or catering event? Tired of being told no by other food companies when you need chicken for your restaurant? Poultry Power can save the day. Visit www.poultrypower.org to place your order now. And remember, when others tell you no, Poultry Power has the power to tell you yes.
You don't think about a lawyer until something goes wrong. When that happens, let attorney Stephen Leffler fight for you and your family. You don't leave the house in the morning expecting an accident, but it happens every day. A car wreck, you slip and fall, or you get accused of a crime and find yourself fighting for your reputation. Stephen Leffler has been fighting for you for over 35 years. Don't do it alone. Let Stephen Leffler fight your battles for you. Call Stephen Leffler, 901-527-8830, or go to LefflerLaw.com. Here to fight for you and your loved ones.
Taco Bell presents a get-out-of-bedtime story. It's time to wake up from this amazing dream, even though you're jet skiing on lemonade. How extreme! And oh, look at that, you just won the lottery. Is that a castle? Take the keys, it's your property. What's better than swimming in space? Just wait for the big reveal. It's Taco Bell breakfast and it's actually real. So it's time to wake up and bid your dreams farewell. Because toasted breakfast burritos are waiting for you, only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only.
Hey, Jeff Allen, it's a new year, and that means time to make your customers happy in 2022 at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Happy is easy to do with our great savings. I've got to take your pick that will knock your socks off. How about a 2022 Kia Forte LXS or a 2022 Kia Sportage, your choice, $199 per month.
Forte's $27.99 due at signing, and Sportage is $34.99 due at signing. Plus, all Gossett Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program.
Plus a 2022 Kia Sorento $359, only $34.99 due at signing, and all 36-month leases. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sportage N702 7277, MSRP 25460. Forte NE44 2833, MSRP 21980. Sorento NGO 990119, MSRP 35340. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 plus finance through KMF. Excludes tax filing and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/3/2022. Dealer stock only.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
If I wanted to main event the Royal Rumble with a megastar, I would have chose your wife.
Our number 2
talking to Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah. Who was doing the talking?
Little wrestling.
If I wanted to
Little Roman Reigns,
Royal
actually.
Rumble with a megastar,
Oh, man.
I would have
Tribal
chose
chief.
your wife.
Let me tell you about our friends, before we talk to our friend Dustin Starr, let me tell you about what's going on over at FanDuel and FanDuel Sportsbook. You know, today happens to be Thursday, which means every Thursday is NBA on TNT. Thursday on FanDuel Sportsbook. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. FanDuel is giving all customers $10 back every Thursday. Just bet $10 or more. Same game parlay on any NBA on TNT game. It's just that simple. They love to do it for you, and I think it's a really cool deal. There's so many different options for you on same game parlays. You can root for your favorite players. You can put a small bet down and win really big, as long as you parlay the right way. You know what I mean? Like don't do one of those Darien parlays. Ridiculous. But we were talking about how hot the Dallas Mavericks have been. That game on TNT as they host Phoenix. You want to go for a Luka triple-double, Dallas money line combination, and maybe mix that in with a little something from DeAndre Ayton, a couple block shots, and you're good to go right there. That's a big time. That can win you some serious cash right there as a same game parlay. I'd love to do those. I love to put those parlays together. And you got Indiana Golden State in the nightcap, and I think you load up heavy on Golden State. That's my plan because I think Indiana kind of took care of all their stuff. They don't have much left after last night. Plus they're missing, they'll be missing Domantas Sabonis. So yeah, I think you load up heavy on Golden State and all those Golden State props that are out there. It's easy to use. You got live betting, you got odds boosts, you got specials, you got all that stuff. And when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 2 hours. For FanDuel Sportsbook, it's the best. NBA on TNT Thursday. FanDuel Sportsbook. Remember, sign up with promo code BIGHEAD to get your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Make every moment more this NBA season. That's promo code BIGHEAD. Use that promo code to let them know I sent you over at FanDuel Sportsbook. Promo code BIGHEAD exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Got to be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call Tina Red Line 1-800-889-9789. All right, we got our friend Dustin Starr with us.
Oh yeah.
There, I told you. Anthony saying I told you.
Yeah, I misread something, man. My bad, man. Forgive me, brother.
You have little faith. I don't know.
Yeah, forget
Anthony saying wasn't sure you were going to be here. I don't know.
Oh, come on. I'm actually standing in the ring right now. I'm in the squared circle at the Madonna Learning Center in Memphis, and I'm still on the radio call with you guys. I don't miss a spot. Come on, now.
You going to run the ropes? You going to run the ropes while you're on the air? Like, going to do some drop down? Come on now. Let's go. Headlock, fire into the ropes, drop down, shoulder tackle. Let's go. Come on. Get some reps
There was
in.
a lot of that today. I can't lie to you. We're actually taking the ring down. So we had a private event out here at the Madonna Learning Center. The kids had a blast, and we put on 3 matches. So some really good stuff. The kids got out of school a little bit early to be able to enjoy some Memphis wrestling. And so if you follow us at CW30 Wrestling, you'll see some of the photos from there. Now, we won't have the matches and everything. We had a lot of fun out here. And, just one of the other things that we're doing here at Memphis Wrestling. So if you have a party or a private event or anything like that, well, somebody may have picked a little fight on me, and I might have had to just beat them up today,
Oh, boy. What are these people doing? Come on. Don't they know better by this point? I mean, this is ridiculous.
They didn't pick on Mean Gene. I mean, he didn't have to, take off the suit and fight anybody. Why do they want me to do it?
He would have, though. He was a surly son of a gun. He would have. He would have tried to fight anybody. All right, let's what is the WWE doing with the Gunther Stark, the trademark filing that they were trying to go? This is
putting me on the firing post here.
Yes.
Oh my God! This is absolutely insane. I have no idea. They were trying to get the NXT star Walter. We're going to give him the name Gunther Stark, which of course is not a great name because it has to be shared with a Nazi U-boat commander in World War II. So, you think if people just a quick Google search would have solved this problem, but apparently they didn't even go so far as to do that, or maybe they did, and maybe they just wanted to slide it by. I don't know. Dustin, this is very suspect if you ask me.
You would have to assume that WWE is very smart. They're a smart company, and they have smart people working, whatever department it is where people have to research these things before they make them public. They've got some sort of process to where they knew before they made the announcement. I mean, could you guys imagine? You texted me about this on a group text yesterday, and you guys rarely ever group text. So that's how silly it was to look at it. Like, first of all, Walter is over huge. When you say the name Walter, I wouldn't say like every fan, but the fans know who Walter is enough to where you do not change Walter's name. Second of all,
what are you doing?
It is legit a Nazi, commander or whatnot. How do you? I'm just putting myself in the office. Like, all right, here we are at Memphis Wrestling, and let's call the guy this. And then all of a sudden the internet blows up and my phone blows up, and how do you react? You just pull the plug and say, oh, never mind, we were just kidding? Or do you just have to like grit your teeth and push through it? I know that I would be as nervous as all get out if that happened. But WWE, man, they just wade through it like it's nothing. I cannot believe it that they would even change Walter's name.
Yeah.
And then second of all, to change it to something that we blatantly could just Google and find out who it was. So very strange. It's almost like getting in your own way. For what reason?
Sticking to Walter, Dustin, does it seem like he's been in NXT for too? For too long? Because he's got the height, the body, everything. To me, like it seems like they should have called this guy up a long time ago because he's been down there for years, right?
Yeah, he's on the UK brand.
Yeah.
And so I know there for a while you had the Undisputed Era, and you had a whole group of UK guys, and then you had a whole group of NXT guys and gals that they didn't necessarily want to call up, like Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano, like some really good, talented guys that they just didn't call up because that was their meat and potatoes for NXT. And I think Walter, being in the UK, kind of kept him there for a lot longer. Like he's the star there. And I don't know if he's here and going to be on NXT or WWE, but, they are obviously looking for big guys. Omos, we've been talking about him for the last couple of weeks. And, he went from being on AJ Styles' team to now feuding for the 24/7 championship. So that didn't quite go very well. So they are in such desperate need of a big guy. They don't have an Undertaker anymore.
Right.
They don't have a Kane anymore. So who's the next big monster that they can really get over? Because it doesn't look like it's Omos. Maybe it could be Walter or Gunther or whatever. So I think he's just been kind of a victim of being in the UK NXT. And so maybe we'll get a little bit more of him in the States.
Dustin, I've got a question that I've been telling Darian. Darian, remind me to ask Dustin this question next time you come on. And I've got it in my head. There's no way I'm going to forget it now because I'm about to say it right now. All right. You and your wife, Maria, have been in the industry together for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Did you meet her in the industry or were you guys already, did you bring her to the industry? Basically is what I'm asking.
Yeah, that's pretty much the biggest no-no in the history of the business is bringing your wife into the business. But yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, shame on me. We did not meet. Her family watched wrestling growing up, but Maria was always in beauty pageants and different things like that. She had no interest in wrestling. And then, so once we met and she saw that I was a wrestler, she still really wasn't into it. It actually took some convincing to even get her to be a part of it. But then just like live entertainment, man, you just get hooked to it. Once you do it one time, you want to do it over and over again. And so that's kind of how it happened. So we met at a hockey game where I was working, and then we started dating. Saw her every day since then.
You were working at a hockey game?
At a hockey game, yes.
Like doing stuff like you do for the Grizzlies?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I was emceeing the hockey games, and actually my assistant at the time that got shirts and, whatever it is we were going to give away, Maria was her friend. So I said, hey, who's your friend? Her name's Maria. I said, is she single? And she's like, yeah, no, I was single. And I said, I'll be right back. And I walked up and sat down, and I've seen her every day since then.
Hey, look at that.
And then the song "My Maria" by Brooks and Dunn came on, and then there you go.
My Maria.
It was over.
There you go.
And
actually, that's big time heat. So when I started calling Maria My Maria, Oh my God! For some reason, the fans just hated that. They hated it. So of course it stuck.
Haters, man.
Yeah, but we did not meet in the business.
Well,
I'm sure that took a lot of convincing, man, to get her to come on board. Like is that like you were saying, hey, I'm about to start a construction company or something? Like you're talking about something like you said where you're in the public and it's it's got an element of danger to it. I'm sure it was a lot of back and forth on the negotiating table with it.
There was a TV opportunity, so it was like, I know she's not going to want to be in the wrestling business, but maybe she'll want to be on TV. Hey, babe, do you want to be on TV? Sure. What do you want to do? And then it kind of happened. So after the first time we went to the ring, of course I was a bad guy, and she could not believe. Maria was like, I can't believe the things that they were calling me. They called me this. A lot of things I can't say on radio, guys. You can only imagine. And so I'm like laughing, and I said, you did perfect. That's exactly what we want them to call you. And she was like, what? So there was definitely like a barrier to where naturally you don't want to be mean to anybody. But in the wrestling business, that's the thing, is you needle people in order for them to respond to you. And that's just like for a bad guy, that's like cheering for a bad guy, is booing them. That's how you cheer for a bad guy, is booing them. And so once we got that down, man, she's good to go. If I try to give her any marching orders, like, hey, let's go out here and do this, she looks at me like, tell me what to do. I got this.
Yeah, that's what's up.
The how about the return last night, Jon Moxley to the AEW ring with a phenomenal speech, just looking a little bit different. Maybe a little bit.
He looked good, man.
A little slimmer. Looked good though. Looked clean, and I thought the promo was absolutely phenomenal. And he's such a talent, and I really hope for his sake, that he's back and getting himself clean because he's a wonderful competitor, man.
Oh, me too. It was really cool that they opened the show. I love that they let him be real. I thought that he danced around the topic just enough to where he wasn't giving too much, but he was clearly not insulting anybody's intelligence. We all knew what was going on. And then the final sentence when he said that he's back and that the only thing he's drinking nowadays is blood, for me, that was it. That was the perfect punchline because he had danced around the topic that we all know. But then in the end, for him to even make mention to drinking and saying that he's drinking blood, it's like, I am back and I am focused. So I really, really liked it. And there was a lot of really good stuff on AEW last night. But that opening the show and just seeing Moxley back, it's almost like I'd forgotten what a big star he was. Him going away since October and coming back. I know it was to get himself right, but hopefully he is right because he looked good and the people love to see him. So very, very good moment on TV last night.
You mentioned the Undisputed Era earlier. They're kind of reuniting on AEW. How do you think that's going to turn out for them as opposed to how it was in NXT and never going over to the main roster together? Because I was a big fan of the Undisputed Era. I thought they were dope. But to not see them turning into anything in the WWE, how do you think they'll do over in NXT?
I think they're going to do the exact same. They're going to do the exact same. That's not bad. I just think that you took the talent that you thought was your competition at NXT and you brought them over to AEW and you're going to put them in a trios against the Bucks is what it looks like. So you got the Bucks versus the Undisputed Era. Who's going to win that 100 times out of 100? The Bucks. That's homegrown talent. You're not going to bring talent over from NXT that you just beat in the ratings. You literally just beat them so badly in these ratings wars, quote unquote, that they moved to a different day. And now you're bringing those top guys over to wrestle the Bucks. I mean, it's going to be good. I just don't ever see in a million years. It's kind of like when WCW invaded WWE. The WCW guys never got the win.
Right.
And I know Adam Cole is going to get a special push, but I just don't think that the Undisputed Era is going to do. They're going to be the exact same that they were in NXT, except for they're not going to win all the championships. That's me just guessing out loud.
Because they were
good
kings
pickup.
of NXT,
Good pickup. I just don't see, other than Adam Cole, gosh, man, there's just so much talent in AEW right now. You got guys like Brian Cage that aren't getting TV matches. Ricky Starks doesn't really get TV matches. There's a ton of really, really good talent that's not getting a lot of TV time. So I think once the newness wears off, we might see a little bit of that with the Undisputed Era, minus Adam Cole, because I think he's in a whole league of his own in that group.
Yeah, I thought. I think so. I think so as well. Dustin, tell us about Championship Wrestling from Memphis. Obviously, you guys are still doing some phenomenal stuff, and as you mentioned, you got those shows that you can even do for somebody wants to have some special show. You can set something up specifically for them. Next weekend slated to be a big weekend as well with the Rumble, Nyla Rose, Tiger Joe, Rhino, you name it. Big stuff coming next weekend.
Huge. We also do birthday parties at the Wrestle Center. So next week we got a birthday party where we got kid Hendrix. Hendrix is coming to celebrate his birthday. He gets to pick who he wants to get in the ring. It's a really cool interactive thing. You can check that out at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. But on Saturday we have our Grind City Rumble. So Thunder Rosa and Jordan Grace, along with 30 superstars, all over the top rope. The winner at the end, the two at the end, they go one-on-one. Winner goes to our anniversary show for a championship opportunity. Mike Anthony and Bret Michaels tore the house down last week. If you missed the final showdown, you've got to go to YouTube and check it out. Match of the year. I know we're only in January, but hands down, best match we've had so far this year that we've seen. And then also January the 30th is our next live TV taping. So the cool thing is Nyla Rose is coming, Rhino is coming, and Tiger Joe is coming. But also on the 29th and 30th, we are going to release the announcement that I've been telling you about of the new lineup that's coming, and it's featuring the biggest signing in Memphis wrestling history. So all that's going to happen next weekend. Good stuff.
Cannot wait. Very excited. Very curious about what's going to happen, and great time. Great time to be a fan. Enjoy it. Thanks, Star. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys, and I will see you at the Rumble on Saturday. Oh, yeah.
The Royal Rumble. I'm going to do ring announcing one time for them. Dustin Star. It's all Vince McMahon style.
Can you do it the one day that Dustin back brain kicks Anthony Sane?
Man, you
absolutely.
Stay trying to get me in the ring with Dustin. Dustin don't want these kind of problems.
I want Dustin to back brain kick you. Little figure four action.
I'd love to see it.
Ready for
love to see it. Would be fantastic. Who's ready for it? I'm ready for it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. All right. We continue here. When we come back, we'll talk Tigers and SMU and see why Anthony Sane is so negative. We'll talk about that. We'll continue. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
You have opinions?
Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
I'm Sheldon Rosengarten with Mark's Bensdorf Realtors, and I have to really congratulate you, Mallory, who is also with Mark's Bensdorf Realtors, for using his hunting skills when it comes to finding homes for his clients.
Thanks, Sheldon. Yes, I get them into their hunting gear by getting them pre-qualified with a local lender. Then we stalk the prey. We go on the hunt into the multiple listing service as well as other internet sites that other hunters, other agents, don't use. And once we find what we're hunting, we make the offer to beat other agents out there in the field.
Hugh, that's all well and good. But what do you do once you get the house?
Well, we can't very well mount it on the wall, but our clients will be living in their dream home while everyone else is still hunting.
Remember, while you, Mallory, moves Memphis at 497-9756, when you want the job done, call Shell Dunn at MemphisRelocate.com or 483-0546. Do it now. MemphisRelocate.com or 483-0546.
It's a brand new year.
And yet still here you are.
And now I'm not saying that you should make New Year's resolutions.
But if you did, they should all have something to do with Central Barbecue, right?
You think I'm so predictable?
That's because you are.
I could have been about to say anything.
As long as anything by mean telling people to go to Central Barbecue.
Well, yeah.
See, predictable. Still, we do love us some Central Barbecue.
Exactly. So people should resolve to spend plenty of time at one of the 4 locations of Central Barbecue this year.
You know what? You're right.
And you said I was predictable.
I knew you were going to say that.
Hey, you're not Pete.
Knotfest Roadshow is back. March 22nd, FedEx Forum. Featuring Slipknot. Plus special guests In This Moment and Ginger. On sale this Friday, 10 a.m. Buy tickets at LiveNation.com. Visit NotFestRoadshow.com for more.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to sing it.
We're singing words now.
We'll even sing the business part.
Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive.
Now that's a commercial you'll remember, even if you don't remember the bundle and save with Progressive part.
We're singing that commercial.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
This is the end of the jingle. A jingle about insurance.
The new year means new great savings at Gossett Kia on the Pike. 10 years of worry-free driving. We Gossett with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Take your pick. 2022 Kia Forte LXS or 2022 Kia Sportage, $199 a month. Forte, $27.99 due at signing. Sportage, $34.99 due at signing. Let your adventures begin with 2022 Kia Sorento, $359 a month. $34.99 due at signing. All 36-month leases. Come see Bobby J. He's ready to put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7. KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sportage, N702, 7277, MSRP 25460. Forte, NE 44, 2833, MSRP 21980. Sorrento, NGO 990119, MSRP 35340. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Must finance through KMF. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/3/2022. Dealer stock only.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Boom. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
Tigers tonight. Alo putting on his Instagram, game day.
Uh-oh.
Does that mean he's coming back?
Who gives a crap? I hope for the kids' sake, yeah. It'd be good to see you back, Alo.
Who gives a crap, ladies and gentlemen?
Kids got Memphis 10 across his chest, man. I'm pulling for
All right, are you? Do you hate the Tigers now? Do you hate Penny Hardaway?
Well, as an official
Penny Hardaway.
As an official Murray State fan now, I'm just kind of indifferent. I'm just kind of getting ahead of the curve, like the rest of the city's going to be in a couple of years. Apathy sunk in with me a little earlier than than most fans have. What are you saying? What did you say?
I said, do you hate the Tigers?
No, I'll never hate the Tigers.
You used to be a fan of. Yeah, you used to be.
I'm still a fan of Penny Hardaway, bro. What are you talking about? Don't do that, man. Don't do that, Peter.
I mean, just,
don't do that, man. No, I'm still Team 1 Cent. But I'm gonna tell 1 Cent when I think you're tripping. Right now, I think you're tripping, Penny Hardaway.
He'll be on
I
Sports
think you happen to be
tomorrow.
tripping.
Yeah.
I think you're on some more stuff. Remember that guy got mad at me when I said some more stuff on here?
I think you're tripping.
I think you're tweaking, actually.
I think your team is mid right
You're
now.
very, very mid, like the influencers say.
Sus. They're very sus right now.
You gotta go.
All right. No, I hope they can win tonight, man. I need they just anything good. Anything good can happen.
Take the points. Take SMU. Take
Yes or no? Will Rasheed Wallace be watching the game?
No, I'm sure you don't give a crap. Good question though, but I doubt it.
I think it's a fair question at this point.
Consulting hours
also,
9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So.
Daryl Morey doing an interview, by the way, the Philadelphia GM, says he expects a lot of movement around the trade deadline from a lot of different teams. He says that the Sixers have lowered their asking price for Ben Simmons because of how great Joel Embiid has been playing.
Shut up. He's been that good. Man, that dude there, man.
Oh, this is funny. All right, we got to get out of here. Coming up next, everybody enjoy sports time. Have yourself a wonderful and cold Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
The NFL playoffs are in full gear, and everyone can get in on the action with a risk-free bet on FanDuel Sportsbook. All customers get up to $10 back if your same-game parlay doesn't win. Combine bets on the money line, point spread, player stats, and more. Place your risk-free same-game parlay on any divisional round game to qualify. If it's your first time betting with FanDuel, enjoy 30-1 odds on any team in the divisional round to win after using promo code BIGHEAD. You can turn a $5 bet into $150. That's promo code BIGHEAD on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. FanDuel,